computer. This is actually, hi, everybody. Welcome to Be Awesome December team meeting. I'm super excited. Is everybody excited for Christmas? And is anybody excited for Christmas? Has anybody started making Christmas cookies yet?
Sort of.
I did.
Elena, you did. I made one batch before Thanksgiving because my kids were here for Thanksgiving. So I made one of those batches, but I haven't started and I'm still working on, I got my, so what are they called?
They are Italian Christmas cookies. I still
Okay.
need the glaze.
Wow.
I love those.
Those are big.
They are big ones. Oh, I
Yeah.
want
Wow,
those.
those are
Where do you
gigantic.
live?
Right by me.
Yeah,
If
my
I made,
goodness.
I make those
I'm
every year.
on the way.
If I made those now, they would be gone before Christmas.
Exactly.
They
That's
look
the problem.
delicious.
I'm still making Christmas cards. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share my screen because Pampered Chef gives us as leaders a PowerPoint every month. I don't very often use the PowerPoint because for those of you who know me, you know I don't pay attention to anything anyway. You know that I don't read more than one paragraph if you send me more than one paragraph. So I sometimes struggle with going through these PowerPoints, but a lot of the PowerPoint today is just things that you want to know for this month. So we are going to share my screen today. And now I have to try and find it because it's not always easy either. So let's go over here. Let's go to desktop and Pampered Chef. And where's my PowerPoints? Getting there. And just, oh, look at that right away.
Wow.
Okay, so let's start at the top. And let's also give us the right kind of view. Y'all know that technology is not my best friend and that I struggle. You all know that, right? So if I get through this, we're always proud of me. Okay, so these are dates that, do you all know how to take a screenshot of this in case you don't? For those of you who have Windows, you hit the little Windows button and then up in the top it says print screen. So if you hit the little Windows button and print screen, see how it goes dark like that? Oh, go ahead, Renee, take a picture. There you go, good girl. All right, so you don't care about the direct to call or the webinar, that's all gone. The important things that we have here, December 12th is the Christmas cutoff. So you want to make sure. All right, I just want to say something. The squirrels across the brain, you all know how that works with me, right? I am super proud to work for a company that has taken our shipping from 8 weeks to 3 days. Can I get a wahoo?
Amen.
That's very good.
That is beyond amazing. Okay, there are many direct sales companies that are out there that are still at 8 weeks. We have invested over $3 million to get 3 distribution lines set up. So give a great big wahoo to Pampered Chef in our home office. They're doing an amazing job. Okay, therefore you now can order right up until the 12th of December to get our product in by Christmas. That is super, super exciting. December 14th. Okay. There's a spotlight training call and you guys should be signing up for these things. Now you find them on the STIR. The STIR is posted, you get the email on Tuesday, but even if you don't get the email, when I get off this PowerPoint, I'll show you where to find it, okay? But the 2021 incentive trip is going to be announced on the 14th, okay? Now, just for a minute here, I digress as usual. Let's talk about really crappy jobs. Can you imagine having this poor woman's job, trying to find a place where at least 1,000 people can go that's not quarantined? I mean, seriously, the poor woman, she started off with an Alaskan cruise and a cruise to the Mediterranean, and they had to change that. So, okay, so the level 1 trip earners are going to go to Fort Lauderdale, but the level 2 earners are going to Bahamas. Guess what? We can't get into Bahamas. So I am super excited to find out what this poor woman came up with for our incentive trip that is going to be announced on the 14th. Now, we're going to talk about that a little bit later on what's the best way to earn that. All right, we have on December 15th, I don't know if any of you were in the shared rewards program or if you remember talking about it and listening to more about it at conference. But the share rewards program, the training is going to launch in Dash on the 15th, and there is a seminar on the 16th. I'm going to real briefly explain this to you. I do have to say that I was in the what do they call it? The trial, but I did not do it. Okay. But here's how it works. Have any of you ever had a consultant that said to you, I'm really not comfortable asking my friends to buy things for me? Do you ever had that? Lisa, I actually have, Lisa, and you will over the course of the time. So the shared reward programs, what this means is everybody gets a little bit of the pie. So when your party hits a certain level, like $200 or $300 or $400, they get everybody, including the hostess and all the guests, get a 5% discount. When it hits the next level, they get, I want to say, a 7% discount. I honestly don't remember exactly what the discounts are. I am just telling you that that is what the shared rewards program is. Now, for those of you who were on our call about 3 months ago, and Sherry Isinger talked about how she has $2,000 shows every month. She uses this shared reward programs. So write that on your calendar that you want to get in there. You want to register for that webinar and you want to check it out. Okay. And just in case any of you have anybody that's interested in the business opportunity, of course, meet Pampered Chef webinar. Pampered Chef will be closed on the 24th and the 25th. For any of you who are working to earn the trip, okay, the last day to earn the trip is December 31st at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. No, I'm sorry, Central Time. Here's the thing, guys. Please don't wait till the last minute. You all saw what happened last month when 80,000 consultants were trying to figure out everything in the last day of the month. If you're working toward that trip, work before the 31st of the month. And of course, we will be closed from the 31st and the 1st. All right, moving on. We don't need that. Whoops, I went too fast. Team meeting, December 2020. Here we go. All right, so for those of you who are new consultants who are joining us for the first time, welcome. We are super excited that you are joining us and super excited that you are with us. You are with an amazing company. The company has been in business for 40 years and our home office supports us 100% of the way. Have we had a few obstacles this year? Oh, heck yes. We've had more than a few obstacles this year. Okay. Are we the only company in the United States of America that's had obstacles this year? I don't think so. Okay. I know that some companies are still, like I said, way out there in the ship and we are not. Have we had back orders? Oh my God. We've had more back orders in 1 month than we have in the 12 years I've been in business. Okay. Do we have stop sell? Yes, we have. But here's the thing. For those of you who are new, and we are now working with the inventory that's on hand inventory. Please let me explain that to you real briefly. What that means is whatever is in the warehouse, that's what we can sell. Okay. So for example, the cake number pan, which sold out very, very quickly, was on stop sell for a long time, right? However, it came back in a couple of weeks ago and I got 2 of them. So when that 18-wheeler pulls up with 30,000 cake pans and they unload it and they put it on the shelves, it becomes available. The reason they did they put things on stop sell is because the back orders were too overwhelming and a lot of people were unhappy still waiting for back orders. Okay. We shipped over 100,000 pieces of stoneware last month for back orders. So all of this information is in Dash. For those of you who are new, you should be taking your training in Dash. You have your fast track rewards, and then the new consultant webinar is also there. Again, oh, wait, here you see the new consultant webinars are the 3rd that's gone by and the 17th. Okay. Now, we did $152,999.94. So basically $153,000 in sales in the month of November. Congratulations. You guys did an awesome job. good job to you. Okay. And we brought in 6 new recruits. Congratulations to everybody who brought in new recruits. You did a great job. Home office news. All right, so let's just talk about the holiday gift giving. You all seen, I'm not sure, I can't remember when I went through this, if we're gonna talk in a few minutes about the 3 for 25. Has everybody seen that? On in marketing imagery? Do you all know how to go to marketing imagery and get those photos and put them out there on your VIP groups? For those of
Yes.
you who are new, do you have your VIP groups up and running?
Yeah.
Because this is the time that those VIP groups are the most important. I'm going to be blatantly honest here and say I do not have any shows going on this month. So my VIP group is going to be my entire source of income. One of the things that I have been doing every day is the national whatever day it is. Well, quite frankly, today is Pearl Harbor Day. And can I say from the bottom of my heart, okay, thank you to every veteran who has ever served. We went to Pearl Harbor a couple of years ago when we went to Hawaii with Pampered Chef, and there is nothing more overwhelming and more emotional than to be on that boat and to be over the graves of the 3,000 men that died in that boat, the Arizona. It was just, it's just unbelievable. So today, my respects totally went on my VIP group just to Pearl Harbor, because I do not believe that we give enough credit and enough due to our people who protect us. That being said, okay, that's the end of my soapbox. Okay, so we talked about the product inventory, guys. I don't need to go through it again. I've already talked to you about it. You need to understand the shipping. We already talked about the shipping dates. We've got the 12th. There's another date for Hanukkah. I think that might be the 8th. The Solution Center is really, really trying to get a lot better, and their time is down, except of course, Mondays are a bad day to call. And holy smokes, the last day of the month is definitely not a good day to call, guys. So again, I beg you, pretend the last day of the month is December 30th. Okay, pretend. It's okay to pretend. Oh, here we go. Shipping dates. Hanukkah, December 9th. December 12th. Oh, I'm sorry, November 28th, in order to get it by December 9th. Sorry, I didn't know my Hanukkah dates. Ooh, I better go. I got some gifts to give out there. December the 12th for Christmas, and if you want it, just standard delivery. Okay. And of course, Alaska and Hawaii are a little bit different. So if it's going to Alaska and Hawaii, you need to get that in 2 days. All right, let's talk about the 3 successful areas to run our business. One is booking, one is selling, and the third one is recruiting. Somebody want to give me a shout out on what the 60% off for 2 means in the month of December? That's the host special. Somebody tell me about it. Nobody knows what it is. Lisa, I know you know. Tell me.
Well, I was hoping somebody else would, but the 2 60% off, the first one the host gets when their show qualifies at $200, and the second one they get when they hit the 650 milestone, 650 milestone, then they can choose the second.
And guys, that's anything in the book. So they can get the pressure cooker and the air fryer at like next to nothing. Talk about great gifts to give. So that is absolutely awesome. And of course, the gift, while supplies last, it's always while supplies last, is the scraper. And that mini mix and scraper, that is my favorite scraper, like my favorite in the world. I love
Kathy, how do you say scraper again?
it. Scraper.
Scraper. If you're from New England, it's scraper.
I
Thank
know
you.
it's scraper.
It's a scraper. I was telling somebody I had an event at the Art Foundation. She spent the entire week making fun of me, and for the life of me, I kept saying to her, "What is your problem? It's an art." And she says to me, "Kathy, it's not spelled O-T." I said, "No, it's spelled A-R-T. Art."
They don't get it, Kathy. They just don't understand the dialect.
I don't get it. No. So let's just pass this on. Okay, so let's talk about this just for a minute. Pampered Chef has a 4-in-1. So for every 4 parties you do, we ask that you recruit 1 person. This is what they talk about all the time. And it's consistency. The idea is to do our business and to be consistent. So if we set a goal that for every 4 parties we submit, we recruit 1 person. If you submit 8 parties a week, you now have 2 recruits. If you, I'm sorry, a month. If you submit 8 parties a month with 2 recruits, I can almost guarantee you that you will earn level 1 of the incentive trip, wherever that might be. Okay. It's just, it's been around forever. It used to be for every 4, book 1 more, 8 and 2. I mean, they've just changed up the wording, but it's always been exactly the same. Okay, we've already talked about this. One of the things I want to talk about, let's see, how many, I'm going to stop this just for a minute. I'm going to stop my share just for a minute. I'm going to go back to this. I probably am not supposed to, but I'm going to anyway. How many of you know in the monthly focus? How many of you do anything at all with the monthly focus? Anybody even know what it is? Lisa, anyone else use the monthly focus at all? Okay, what is it? The monthly focus is the one-stop shop for what you want to focus on each month when it comes to booking, selling, and recruiting. And it has all the resources that you need, guys.
Yeah, I looked at
Okay.
that.
What's included? Seasonal focus tips to help you book, sell, and recruit, links to videos, promotions, party themes, and other essential resources that support the monthly focus. Where can you find it, you ask? You can find it at stir.pamperedchef.com/the-monthly-focus. Everybody got that? It's in Stir. The monthly focus is there. And it supports you by giving you a complete plan to grow your business each month with tips and ideas to help you. And because sometimes people don't get on these calls, and sometimes I do skip over things that I'm supposed to talk about, and sometimes we just don't mention everything. Go to the monthly focus. It helps you stay focused on what's most important to enhance your business in the areas of opportunity, booking parties, selling products, and everything that you need is right there at your fingertips. It links to a weekly action plan. So if anybody is like me, you know what I just bought? Let's see if I can even get to it easily. Hold on. I know I can. I spent $51 on this. And if anybody who knows me, I am cheap to the bone. I have always bought my my planner at probably Staples or probably even Walmart or maybe even the dollar store. I'm going to be honest here. I am cheap. My daughter always says to me, Mom, you weren't born during the Depression, throw things away. Okay. So this year I purchased a 2021 planner. I spent $51 on this. This thing is amazing. And she gives videos every month. And I mean, it gives me, I've already gone through it. I've already mocked in the team meetings. Okay. I've mocked in conference. I've even mocked in some of your birthdays that I know of. But I am telling you that this planner, I'm really bad, aren't I? I do not speak the English language. I'm so sorry. Honey, I'm gonna be 70 next year. I'm too old to change now. Anyway, that being said, it gives me a step-by-step every day. I am going to go with it every night before I go to bed. I am going to put in here what I have to do the next day. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm not going to wake up at 4:15 in the morning and say, I have to plan the team meeting. Yes.
I asked for that for Christmas.
Good girl.
I was going to say, Kathy, you're 70, you're going to be 70. Waking up at 4:30 is not going to change.
Lisa, don't make me hurt you in front of all these people. Anyway, I don't even know why I went there except to tell you to plan ahead. It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark, guys. Truly was not. Okay. But it helps you stay focused. Oh, I know why I was going there. Because the weekly action plan, if you don't want to spend the money on a good planner, okay, check out the weekly action plan. It will tell you exactly what to do. All right. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. By the way, I can now see everybody that's on. Hi, guys. All right, let's go back to sharing my screen. And all right, So there's a new Sips and Apps party. Has anybody been to it? I have not. And quite frankly, I love appetizers. I had company over for dinner Saturday, not for dinner, but I had company over Saturday night for appetizers. And I am a huge person to do appetizers. So I'm definitely going to look into that to book my parties in January for appetizers. Fundraisers. Let's talk about fundraisers for a minute. You don't have any parties going on? We support Feeding America, guys. And our food banks are down to nothing because all of those kids that used to go to school, they're not going to school anymore. So they're home and all of our food banks are very low. It's always low during the holiday season, but it's even lower now. So do a Feeding America. Let people know. How many people know that we support Feeding America? How many people know that, by the way, the tools, the Feeding America tools, they were also back in this week. I got 3 of them. So just to keep an eye out, guys, if you want something, go back in every day. Have a fake party going on and pop it in your party. I'm like, oh my God, it's there. I went in and I ordered it. Okay, that's just the way I am. All right. Front load your month in December. Now, unfortunately, this because the way December felt, we are a little bit late. It's kind of tough to front load your calendar now. But here's what I recommend. Go live on your social media. I am telling you that I go live every Wednesday. It's called What's Cooking with Kathy. Okay. And I make my dinner. I have been working with the taste buds. So last week I did the one that they sent us last month with the baked chicken with the rosemary. I'm not a rosemary fan. So the chicken was not something that I would do it a little differently than when they did it, but that was the good thing about it. I cooked it and then I came back and I showed them what I cooked. And then I said to them, they cooked it at 450. I would have put it in my new Dutch oven, cast iron enamel, and slow cooked it. Okay. So I go live every single Wednesday. You guys want to go live. Now let's talk about your January host. How many of you have any parties set up for January? Anybody?
Not yet.
How many of you have offered your January host to set the party up now, okay, with a January 1st date, but allowed their customers to order early if they wanted something for Christmas? Does
Good
that
idea.
make sense to everybody?
All of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, and here's the thing. Offer them that if they get $300 in sales by December 31st, okay, that you will give them something. Okay. Also let them know if they close their show by January 10th, they get that shredder for free. So not only do they get double points when their party gets to $650. Now, if they've got 300 by December 31st, they only have to get 350 more. So they get double free points, which is what, 215. They get the free shredder. So think about that and go back to your guest, your hosts in your January parties and offer them that. There are letters out there, and I'm probably skipping ahead. I have all this written down and highlighted, and then I skip ahead because my brain skips ahead. There are host letters out there. Have you guys seen the host letters? They are in marketing imagery and they're wonderful. And every single year I have sent those out because if you keep your hosts engaged, then the chances of them canceling their parties are much slimmer. Okay. Oh, by the way, here's an idea for those of you who don't have anything going on. Host your own virtual party between Christmas and New Year's. Don't forget, people get money at Christmas and some husbands don't give their wives what they want. I remember the year that my husband, my first husband, not my second husband, he knows better. My first husband gave me a pizza pan and a pizza cutter for Christmas. Not a Pampered Chef one, mind you. I'm not kidding. This is how bad. I spent the entire day going through the closets looking for the rabbit fur he promised me. I never found it. I got a pizza pan and I was so devastated. Anyway, people are going to have money to spend on themselves. So host your own party. And by the way, if your December is good, host your party with a January 1st date and let them order in December. Okay. Again, this just goes back to the double rewards we talked about. I already talked about that. I told you I'd jump ahead. And it's very important. Okay, see, I jump ahead. All right. You guys want, oh, by the way, don't forget the cinnamon and the Karunji cinnamon, the cinnamon plus, and the vanilla are gonna be gone soon. So if you guys want any of that, you want to make sure that you get it, okay? I mean, I know I love my vanilla and I love me my cinnamon. Don't forget to promote free shipping on orders over 150. That really and truly changes people's minds. It truly does. And again, this is only until the 12th, the 3 different things that people can get for $25. And these also are in marketing imagery. I'm looking for something. How about some suggestions on how to sell? Anybody offer gift ideas? Okay, obviously the pizza night set has been sold out. You can't do that. And again, remember that this is going to be gone at the end of this month. Okay. Okay. It is December and it is Earn Free Spring Products. Many of you, congratulations on Miss Leanne. I can't see your face, and I can't see your face, but I know you. Sorry, Leanne. You earned the 6,000. You earned every single product in the November free for all. Cindy, I know you came real close, right? Did you come real close? I think you earned level 3. Yep.
The 3rd level.
Yep. You guys did a great job. Many of you earned level 2. And may I say to you, you are going to be so in love with this product that's coming in on level 2. So, all right, here's the thing. Submit this month, $1,000 in sales, and you're going to earn one of the new products at $30. If you submit 2,000, there's only 2 levels this month, you'll get $95. Okay. I'm hoping that it gives me a little thing on this. We're talking about recruiting. Okay, so let's talk about the recruiting special in the month of December. When your consultant joins in the month of December, they get an extra 30 days to earn products and cash on the fast track program. That's really cool. So plus when they submit $1,000 in commissionable sales in December, they'll earn the new spring products in the spring free for all for December.
Kathy,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt, but do they get an extra 30 days for eBiz too? Or is
Well,
it just-
I'm looking at that and I'm not
Yeah.
seeing it this time.
Yeah, just curious.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to read it as we were saying. It doesn't say it this time. I know for a while, everybody, like I had somebody join last month and she ended up getting an extra 30 days on the eBiz because they didn't have the course grader. So now they are replacing the course grader with the whipped cream maker. Okay, that's just one of the changes that's going to be taking place. Elisa, I don't know about that. I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, I
And
wasn't sure. Okay.
I'm not doing this. Okay. This is the webinar we talked about that's going to come up on December 15th. And that one is going to be the Meet Pampered Chef. And let's see if it tells it here. It doesn't say. I'll have to ask on Director Success, and I'll ask on the executive. And we'll get an answer for you. We'll get back to everybody. And this is what I wanted to talk about. Okay. So we already talked about you can earn up to December 31st, your trip. It takes, you get 1 point for every commissionable dollar. You get 3,000 points when you recruit somebody and they do $1,250 in sales. Okay. When you get paid as, so for example, if you are a director, you get paid extra. If you're paid as a senior director, you get paid extra. So when you get paid as, you get few extra points. When you promote to director, you get extra points. And when you develop a director, you get extra points. But here's the thing. Are you ready for this? Our incentive trip is going to be announced on December 14th. However, they are giving us, they're double dipping us. They are allowing us every point we earn in December is going to count toward our 2021 trip. So instead of only having 12 months to earn whatever the trip is. We now have 13 months. Can I give it a great wahoo on that one? Don't have a clue where we're going yet, and I don't know anything more than you do. Okay. But you're all going to know on the 14th. And if you watch the Stir, it will tell you exactly what time. You guys are going to get an email. You're probably going to get a link, and it's all you're going to learn just like I do. So I can't tell you anything more than that. Okay. And just one thing real
Kathy.
quickly is the Excellence Awards. We can earn excellence in 4 categories. One of those categories is sales, $55,000 in sales. We can earn it in recruits. We have to recruit, and they have to qualify 15 recruits. We can earn it in developing leaders. I believe we have to get 10 points for that. And the last one is organizational sales, which is $1.5 million. This goes from June 1st to May 31st. So this does not go the January to December, okay? And I'm not even going to talk about that. Oops, let's go on to this for a minute. Let's talk about Empower that's coming up. If you want to kickstart your Empower 2021, it's going to be a 2-day training experience. It's going to be, that is for advanced directors, okay? And then they also have a virtual summit that is for directors only. So you guys want to keep that in mind. And here, save this date, do a screenshot on this. This is conference, July 21st to the 24th. I'm assuming that it's going to be live. We'll talk from there. I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute. There we go. So that is basically everything that is out there. But what I do want to talk to you about is I want to talk to you about, like I said, jump into January. You'll be hearing more about this within the next week or two. This is all, it's going to be with the Batty downline directors. So there are some directors that you might know, you might not know. But it's going to be talking about, it's going to be mindset. So it's going to help us work together. It's going to help us with our mindset. You know, there's a difference between saying to yourself, I can't book any parties this month. Or saying to yourself, I'm going to go back in my past virtual parties and see who I can ask to book a party this month. It's all in our mindset. And when you wake up in the morning and the first thing out of your thoughts is, I can't book any parties, you're not going to book any parties. And I'm going to tell you guys, I know I've told you before, and I'll say it again, when I first wake up in the morning, especially at 4:15 in the bloody morning, when I wake up in the morning, that is my most negative time. For those of you who know me, I'm really not a negative person at all. I'm not. But at that 4:15 in the morning, for some reason, I seem to reflect on what I feel I failed at the day before. This is not a good place for me to be. So first of all, I've got my planner that's never going to happen again, because I'm going to plan my day the next day. But then I tell myself, what do I have to do to change that? What's on my schedule to make that happen? Whether I go back to past hostesses, or it just, a lot of times it's just in with my personal team, or connecting with my directors. I try to connect to all of my directors on a Monday morning, just to start my week off with, hey, how you doing? How can I help you? You know, so it's all in our mindset, guys. Positive affirmations. I had never heard of positive affirmations 10 years ago. I had no clue what they were, but they can change how you feel. Okay, so we've talked about the holiday cutoff. Look at that. I can throw that piece of paper away. Going back to my paper now. That's why I don't say things, because I skip through them. All right. One thing, we talked about the VIP group. So I have daily theme ideas. Now, one of the things I've been doing right now are the 12 days of Christmas. So I go out there and I, put a little graphic about a product for the 12 days of Christmas. And again, I did not do it today. I totally felt that today, I just couldn't do it today because it was Pearl Harbor Day, but I'll go back tomorrow and I'll do 2 tomorrow. Okay. But what I've been trying to do with my VIP group is plan ahead. Again, wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. So just a couple of ideas. You can do a meatless Monday. How about a mellow Monday? A motivational Monday? How about Tuesday? Tip Tuesday, Trivia Tuesday. Everything in your VIP group, it should be 80% getting to know people, 80% communicating with people, 20% selling. So you could start with Meatless Monday and talk about a lasagna. You can talk about Trivia Tuesday and say, where did lasagna come from? Is it really and truly an Italian dish? I wonder if it is. Because, oh, wait a minute. Trivia Tuesday. Where was pasta? Where did pasta come from? I think it came from China, didn't it? Am I wrong on that one? There you go. Trivia Tuesday. Okay. Way back Wednesday. You know, how many of you remember? I'm older than all of you, so here we go with how remember that TV commercial. Anthony, it was the spaghetti day, remember? Y'all remember that? And I can say that because I was from, the Boston area. So way back Wednesday or a wellness Wednesday. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday, we've talked about lasagna. Well, let's go into Wellness Wednesday and talk about a minestrone soup. So, you're sticking with the Italian theme, so to speak, but you're now going into Wellness Wednesday. And then Thursday, pull out something that you can cook that soup in, give a recipe and what you could cook that soup in. Think about it Thursday, thoughtful Thursday, and then feature Friday and feature your product that you've been talking about all week or that you've been leading up to. So this is the time more than anything, guys, that you want to go in there and hit your VIP group. If you have any questions on this.
I'm on my way.
Uh-oh, somebody's on their way. Okay, so that being said, I think that is everything that I have to do. And I have to say, I didn't keep you too long tonight. Does anybody have any questions about the month, about the cutoffs, about, yes, Lisa?
It's not a question. I just got to mention something about our live inventory.
Yeah.
I went shopping at Kohl's online and I got my Kohl's cash. I ordered a new Henry. He's my old Henry. He's my floor cleaner. He's dying. Very slow death. So I ordered a new one, got my Kohl's cash, bought some clothes because, I got the whole COVID thing going on with Belly. And I'll be darned. I got 2 things.
You didn't get Henry?
2 things were they canceled 2 things 3 days after I ordered it.
Wow.
Because they didn't have them in stock anymore. And I'm supposed to be getting most of the stuff before the 17th. But I've gotten 2 shipping notices and I got those items. So our live inventory rocks.
Yeah.
Consider, here I am.
I know that a lot of people think it's not the way to go, but I am telling you, it is the best thing that Pampered Chef could have done for us. Yes, it would be nice if the product was in there, but we absolutely are doing the best that we can, and believe me when I tell you, it's going to keep people happier than having to wait 4 or 5 months for their product, right? Is that right, Leanne? You're shaking your head on me. Are you talking to me?
No, I don't want the back orders. That was a nightmare. That's a nightmare, but we need inventory. I have so many parties and people are not buying. The hosts can't get what they want. It's a hot mess. I got 6 parties. I've been working them since the 1st and I got $500 in orders between 6 of them. So nobody's getting their 200. Nobody that had the 3 bookings, now they're all going to lose their $50 because I can't get them up to 200. I'm stretching the parties out. I don't know what to do.
Well, you can, the great thing with the direct sales, okay, is you can leave that party open all month long. That unless she wants her stuff for Christmas. Like I left my November party open all month. And as far as the inventory, all I can say is, if you know what they want, just keep going in and check.
That's what I do faithfully. I go on every 2 hours, 24 hours a day.
I know. And I know it's difficult and it's difficult for all of us, but quite frankly, like Lisa said, it's not just Pampered Chef. They can't get glass. There's no place you can get glass. I don't care who you are. I know Tupperware can't get the glass for their pots and pans because they have the same manufacturer that we do. I mean, it's just not there. Yes.
Are the date, Kathy, are the dates pretty accurate? For instance, I have somebody that's waiting for that cake pan, the letter pan thing, and it says mid-December. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, I got one the other day.
But would
I-
they fill hers?
Yep.
I mean, that's
They're
what I
gonna fill
don't
hers
understand.
first.
They
Yeah,
will. Okay,
yeah,
good.
just
I-
keep going in there and popping it in there and popping it in there. When I first did it, excuse me, it did say when I got my whole order in, it was back ordered, but I got it within 2 or 3 days.
Right.
But
yeah.
but I mean, I misunderstood it for some reason. I thought that you were saying you could go in there and get it, but I was thinking, what about this person that's been waiting?
Is
No,
trying
she
do
has
it?
to go in and now is it on back order for her? Has she ordered it?
Oh, yeah, she ordered
Okay.
it in November, but
Yes,
yeah,
they are shipping
okay.
it.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I just want to make sure that that I understood how that was working.
And I
Okay.
think I was on a call last week and like I said, they said something to the effect that they shipped 100,000 back orders
Wow,
last month. Yep.
I
and-
finally got all my kit. I finally got all that. I
Yeah.
did get all the pieces for that finally.
Did you get the Dutch oven too? I know that was on back order.
The rock crock or
The rock
whatever
crock.
it's called.
Good,
Yes,
good.
yes, I
Yeah.
did.
So
Well, better
anyway,
late
About
than never.
what about the orders that the person was able to order the item, but then they got a empty box that said it was on back order?
Oh my goodness, they did? Oh, no.
They got the free spoon and
Right.
not the item that they ordered.
right. Do you know what was the item? Do you remember off the top of
The
your head?
8-inch fry pan.
I think that has come back. So she
Okay.
should have gotten it.
Still on the back order list.
As of yesterday, she had not gotten it yet.
It's still on
Yeah.
the back order list because I
Still
know
on
one
the
of my,
back order list.
okay. Just keep an eye out for it because I know some of them went out a couple of weeks ago. My customer from, I want to say June or July, she did get hers, but that was about 2 weeks ago. So again, it goes
Whoa.
to the real time.
Is that going to happen a lot where they're able to order something when they shouldn't be able to? And then
No,
they'll,
not anymore. No,
okay, okay.
that's from before. These are.
Well,
these
this
are-
was 2 weeks ago.
That she ordered it.
Yeah.
If she was able to order it 2 weeks ago, she'll get it soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
if she was able to order it, it was in stock at the time.
Right.
And I'm
So,
gonna say,
It-
I'm
It'll
sorry.
come.
I'm gonna tell you something else that Pampered Chef did, and this is how much they look out for us, okay? Sometimes we as consultants should really be above board and do and follow our guidelines. And some consultants don't. It's like any other company or any place else that you've ever worked. Okay, it just
Yep.
happens. Pampered Chef went in a week ago because when the stoneware came back in, some consultants made a fake show and put 10 or 15 of the stoneware in the fake show and held on to it.
Ooh.
Pampered Chef spent days going in and contacting the consultants to let them know that that is against company policy. They cannot do that. And they closed those shows down so that stock went back in for you to be able to get the product. That's how much they're looking out for us, guys. They really are. And I would like to say that, everything's going to be peachy on January 1st, 2021. I have to laugh when everybody says, oh, that's great. I can't wait for 2020 to be over. Do you really think January 1st of 2021 is going to be a miracle?
No.
It's not. It's not.
Not if you read, not if you are paying attention to what's going on out there, right?
So, well, hopefully somewhere something will get a little bit better, but you are working for a company that has got your back 100% of the way. And let me tell you something.
Kathy?
Yes.
Kathy,
Who's talking?
is-
Yeah.
this is Gretchen.
Yes.
I
Miss
have two-
Gretchen.
I have two questions about the shipping of the boxes.
Okay.
Is it, since I'm relatively new, I've been kind of surprised at when I open the boxes of things that I've ordered or, that there's no wrapping around anything. It just looks like somebody's gone down an aisle and thrown 6 items in a box and then they ship it out. And I ordered the small batter bowl and that comes in its own box. That was just like sitting on top of 5 tools. And I'm just surprised that nothing gets broken because there's no wrapping paper around it, nothing. And then the second is, I just got a box the other day and everything was in the box, shuffled around like that. But the kernel cutter was not in there and it said it was. So I tried to call, and due to high volume, you can't get through. So I just made a copy of that packing list and sent it to home office and just said I did not receive my kernel cutter.
Okay, there's a way you can do that right from the website. If you get it, when your order comes in, and I always tell my consultants and my hostesses to use your pack and slip and mark everything off on your pack and slip, okay?
Yes.
If you do not, I'm going to share my screen for a minute and pull up a show I have going on, and I'm going to show you what's going on. Oops, I don't want to do that. That's why. All right, let's go over to, I always keep 1,000 things open. Can you tell? All right, so let's go to someone's order. Let's go to an order that shipped. Oops. Okay, so I think I had a party going on this month. And I'm going to show you this. So, oh, come on. No, that's not closed. All right, here's one right here. This is my daughter's party. Let me move this over here. So here's your party, right? And you want to view your orders. Okay. Are you with me, Gretchen?
Yes.
Okay. So here's, say here's Joe. Okay. So you can click on her. And do you see returns and exchanges? You click on that. Okay.
Yeah.
And you scroll down and say, for example, this was missing. You click on that, and I don't want to do it because it's not missing, but you click on that and you just walk through it step by step. It's all there for you. You don't even ever have to call the home office when something is missing, or sometimes when it's damaged, they'll ask you for a picture. But if it's missing from your order, just go ahead. You can go in and do that tonight. Does that help you?
Yes.
Okay, so that answers that question. And as far as the shipping and the boxing, I do know that there have been quite a few complaints about that. And they have been talking, especially apparently from the stoneware. And so the company itself that's sending the stoneware, they are now bubble wrapping it. Okay, so that's something that has been addressed by Pampered Chef. And as far as the boxes, I think one of the big problems could very well be we're not accustomed to putting a lot of small things. I mean, it used to be that everything went to the host, right? So they had these big boxes where it was full. Well, now everything goes to individuals. So if you're the hostess and all you're getting is a batter bowl and a mix and scrape and a mix and chop, they might not have boxes small enough. So they've given you these big boxes. And if they're not wrapping it like they should, I would venture to say it's probably because of like everything else, they could very well have run out because they didn't used to do it that way. I mean, I got some boxes in today and I did get the bubble wrap in it. So I wish I
Or
had.
they might have a lot of new people working there to try to get everything out.
It's very true. You know,
they don't
and
have-
honestly, I'm going to say it's the same thing about the when you call the home office, sometimes you'll get some new people and you can tell right away if you've gotten somebody that's new or if you've gotten somebody that has been with us for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. And I'm going to play devil's advocate, and you need to trust me that I'm really not this really sweet person to play devil's advocate. But can you imagine having these poor people's job?
No.
I can't imagine having their job. And most of them are amazing. And yes, you will get some that you cannot understand what they're saying, or maybe they don't know what they're doing. Ask for a supervisor, guys. They have to give you a supervisor. Okay. So if you really can't get what you need, ask for a supervisor. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to
Thank
stop.
you.